Underway with Great Britain in lane at number 3. A lane order from the top: in 1, New Zealand; France in 2, Great Britain in 3, USA in 4, Germany in 5. And when we're alongside them on the left of the picture at the moment, in lane 6, the crew from Italy. In the middle of the picture, heat winners, Great Britain qualified direct from their heat, and in the black boat alongside them, USA qualified direct from the other heat. We've got France in 2, the rep winners, a second chance getting through. So the race really developing in the middle part, but Dan, this is a great event really, because when it comes to World Championship finals in men's Cox 4s, they don't race all week, and then they come, they've got a bit of a gap between the final, and it's really sort of gung-ho here.
Well, it's a tough boat. They're carrying the Cox. You can see the Cox lying down there in the bow of the boat, steering the boat. It's different to Cox's 4 rowing. It's a tough event. You've got to pull the Cox along. It's a big man's event usually. And you've got an interesting setup here. Stroke for stroke here, the British and the Americans. They're the ones to watch. They're the one. I think the race is going to develop between these two crews. They're the fastest qualifiers earlier in the week. And at the moment, it's the Americans and France who are just heading out there as they come up to the 500-meter mark.
Good view there, the camera down. You get the idea of the speed of these crews as they sprint through. The first timing mark is 500 down, 1,500 to go. USA, France, and Great Britain. The heat winners, Great Britain in lane at number 3. Well poised now, just sitting in the pack as USA just start to push up. Look at this explosion in the legs there, going through 600. USA just picking it up in the coxswain seat. Marcus McLeany there just urging and driving his men on. They're pushing on hard. It's about getting early leads in Cox 4 racing.
They're rowing at 36 strokes a minute, and they're looking very cool. There's Luke McGee, who was in the Oxford boat race crew a couple of years ago. He's stroking that boat. He was in the Coxless 4 for America last year. Now he's in this Cox 4, and he's rowing extremely well. They moved right out clear here of the British 4. Remember, we got 2 guys in the British 4, Kieran West there and stroke Tom Stallard. They were in this boat, in this event last year, and won.
USA now getting into their long stride, into their rhythm, smooth and relaxed. Bows them up there, the blue and white bows of Great Britain. Lane 2, France, rep winner, so they'll be quick in this final. But Tom Stallard there, cool customer in the stroke seat, backed up by the Olympic champion Kieran West in the men's 8 at 2000. Been in the wilderness the last couple of years, really struggling for form to get back into the men's 8, being ill last year, got into the Cox 4, been floating around for the last year as well in this division. But in the men's group, and he'll be looking for a place in Athens next year. Halfway mark, 1,000 down, 1,000 to go in this final of the men's Cox 4. USA, Great Britain, and France there on the captions. And it's just looking now as the 2 heat winners, USA qualified direct for this final from winning their heat. Likewise, Great Britain did. There was very little in it comparing the 2 times. USA marginally quicker. Great Britain, Tom Stallard, Kieran West, Richard Eglinton and James Livingston in the bow seat. Peter Roach in the coxswain seat, urging his men on now because they're chasing the crew from USA in lane 4.
Well, it's interesting how this is developing here. The British are now pushing on quite hard, pushing on to the Americans. It depends now whether they can keep their length, keep the strokes nice and long and powerful in the middle of the boat. That's where it's going to count. And the last 500 meters, Britain has a reputation actually for building up and moving very well into the last 500 meters. So it's intriguing here, and they are coming. British crew, the bow of that boat there, number 3 there. They are moving up. They are moving and looking very relaxed, looking very, very comfortable there.
Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it, Dan? There, we've got seen the stern there, Kieran West and Tom Stallard. They're pushing now. Just watch there. You see the Great Britain crew upping their rate, responding to US. Just comparing the rates there, you can see that the British crew have just started to increase the pace now as they start to build for the line with a little over 500 meters remaining. But Germany, lane 5, again, they're on their heels. Likewise, France on their heels too.
Great Britain coming now. Great Britain moving very, very well here as they're beginning to cut. They're only about a canvas down. That's a very, very good move in that third 500.
So we're into the last 500 meters as this final of the men's Cox 4. USA, Great Britain going to form. Germany there in 3rd place, but at the moment Great Britain still pushing on. They started their charge with 600 out, and Tom Stallard in the stroke seat is leading the guys here but the crew from USA in lane 4. Lucas McGee in the stroke seat, there he is. You see the pain on the face now, because this is such a hard event here, and Great Britain are a matter of feet down, feet and inches, and every stroke. Peter Rudge in the coxswain seat up in the bows, lying down in the bows, Dan, pushing the Great Britain crew, and the crowd are loving this.
They're up in the 40 strokes a minute, both crews now. Great Britain inching back.
250 remain, it's feet. We're down to a foot, we're coming up level. Great Britain now starting to push again. Here is the matter of mindset, keeping their minds on the job. It's about a foot, and the US have responded. It's taken about 100 meters for them to respond as we come up to the last 150 meters. Great Britain pushing again. Have they got just that little bit more to come? Because the US crew is starting to move away. The US crew sat there, but Great Britain moving again. Up goes the rate. All these crews up through 43 strokes per minute. The last few strokes, and USA holding on that charge from Great Britain. Goal for USA. Great Britain had a fantastic third 500, got them back into the race, but it wasn't enough. They pushed all they could in that third 5, and it's silver today. And Germany, look at the distance there. There's clear water. Germany into bronze medal position. But a good race there, Dan.
Wonderful race, and a very good response from the United States in those last 30 strokes when the British crew was really moving up on them. They responded. They went up to 47 strokes a minute, crossed the line just ahead. I thought that was a great finish for both crews.
Tom Kieran, the strain shows a thrilling start to the morning, but maybe not quite what you had in mind.
Yeah, we had hoped to be a bit more in contact at 500, so we sort of threw everything in a bit earlier than we had planned. We got back in contact, and then, you know, we sort of said, right, we'll get to 1750, and then the last 250 will take care of itself, and it didn't.